Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hustle, hustle, hustle. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing is Hurts. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
18, 5 here.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the sneak, it's Hurts, and he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Luka 19.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hot 70, hot 70. Ready.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Ready.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Play action. It's Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They go play action now. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this one missed it, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Stiff-armed him. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's going to get this down near the 25. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range. but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Etienne up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
19, Tiger, 19, Buffalo 18.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Kareem Hunt, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They go play action with Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. On the move to his left. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
3 quarters in the books. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quick. Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead, Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Ready, set.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trayvon Walker in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's got his man on the crossing route. And some room to maneuver. Gets past one man. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Now Lawrence. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here and give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
But 1st down, Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts.